everybody to the Shooting Game Weekly, episode number 32. This week is going to be Pink Sweets Arrange, not the regular Pink Sweets, but the Arrange mode, which was, I believe, introduced in the Moochie Moochie Pork / Pink Sweets compilation, or just the Pink Sweets port, or well, there was a Pink Sweets port before the compilation, right? Or was it those two released on the Xbox? I kind of forget, but in any case, yeah. So we're doing the Pink Sweets Arrange today, and gonna be joined today checking out Aleksei's 1cc replay, and also checking out learning about the scoring in Pink Sweets Arrange with Aleksei, and he's also joining us for commentary as well.
Hello.
So yep, hey Aleksei, you'll be educating us on this one today. And also joined by Frenetic.
Yeah! Yeah! That man's in the house. How's it going, guys? Welcome again to STG Weekly.
And Soda will be helping us stream today, so we got some good qualities going on. Shout outs to Soda. Yeah.
Shout outs to Soda. Yeah, yeah.
Alright, so Pink Sweets Arrange has been pretty much, it's been very much so requested on the show. It seems like a lot of people like this mode for the Pink Sweets Arrange, and it seems like it's got a lot of a little bit of popularity here and there. So finally taking a look at it and just seeing what the hype is all about. So why don't we just get to talking a bit about the changes or the most basically what the tools are we're going to be looking at in Pink Sweets Arrange as compared to the regular game. Like Aleksei, if you just want to start it out from like just everything we need to know about what we're going to be watching, and what buttons you're pressing and everything like this before we get into the replay.
So basically you have two buttons, A and B. A is your shot when you're and B is your bomb. You have infinite bombs that you just tap, but if you hold the B bomb, you release one of your rose crackers, which you can have up to 4. And when you release your last one, you lose your the rose cracker options, which are which shoot a wide shot, and it's really helpful to for scoring, unlike in the original mode, because the rose crackers, you could see in the original game that people avoid trying to use them because they don't help your score at all when you destroy enemies with it.
Right. Well, in the original game, there's very much so like rank management as far as using the rose cracker too much and kind of dying on purpose to lower the rank. Are we going to see like similar rank management stuff in the Arrange mode?
They're really actually very.
Or does it not really matter?
It's you could play both ways, really. You could, if you're better than I am, which I bet there are lots of people that are better, because I can't get on Xbox Live and see like the top score or anything.
Okay.
But what I've seen from other replays on YouTube, if you do, you could either play survival and just get to the end of the game that way, or you can do a suicide run, a combination of that as well. Every time you do die, though, you do get a rose cracker. So that helps the people that are beginning with the game to not get discouraged from dying, because you do get something that is a powerful option to get you back in the game.
So you have a limited quantity of the rose crackers in this mode, and they serve as bombs. Is that what you're saying?
Right. In addition to your B bomb, when you hold down the B, you release the rose cracker.
Oh, you get the okay. So you have a regular bee bomb, and then you also have the rose crackers, which are your options.
Right.
I got a question for you.
Okay.
Does it raise the rank like it does in normal pink suites when
The
you
rank
use your rose
is
cracker?
totally different. Rank is totally different, and you see the bar at the top in my replay, and it doesn't raise as quickly as it does in the original mode, and
Right. Okay.
also it starts off really low, uh, at 0 basically, and it goes up. Whereas in the original mode, it's somewhere around 30 or 40, I think, and
Oh.
and it raises much quicker, and basically you need to suicide in the original mode at some places, whereas you could go through the whole range without intentionally
All
suiciding.
right. So we don't really need to worry about rank then. That's just a background element, which is just there, but we don't need
If
to
you want
care
to
about it.
score, yeah, it's great. It's because if you want to really focus on scoring, then you can focus on the rank, and you can milk bosses and mid bosses, and
Oh.
that'll raise the rank as well.
Right. Right.
And that'll increase the quantity of bullets being thrown out at you. At a later stage, there's a mid boss that I milk just to increase the rank, so that I could get a little bit more of the the aerial roses that come out from the final bosses. And yeah, when you bomb with the B button, by tapping the B button, I use Lace, and she has a bomb that expands from the middle out. So it's really covers a lot of ground, and it also
It lasts for a long time, right?
lasts for a long time. Yeah. Another it doesn't regenerate as fast, the bomb, as it does in the original version, but it still regenerates pretty quickly. So
So I know the scores are a lot bigger in range mode than they are in the regular game. Like, where are you getting all the points from?
most of the points come from targeting the well, destroying things at the highest multiplier. You basically have six multipliers: 2, 4, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, and 64. 64 being the highest,
Okay.
and you want to keep it there as long as you can. And you see around in the left corner, it shows you what your multiplier is at, and there'll be like a pink little ring around it that reduces counterclockwise, and so that you want to keep an eye on that sometimes, and things that will slow down the decrease of that ring are things like dying and releasing a rose cracker.
Oh, so how do you build it to X64 then?
Oh yeah, the way you build it is by destroying enemies, and also missiles.
Okay. So destructible things.
Destructible, yeah,
Okay.
destructible things.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. So, all right. So yeah, so we have the X64 thing there, and it's just like you get it to X64, and then you keep it there, and you do your milking when you're in at X64 during the bosses. I'd imagine is probably the best way.
Right.
And you probably get a lot of points then.
Yeah.
Okay.
So destroying enemies is what keeps it at 64. If you're going against a boss and it's not being destroyed, it'll go down unless you're destroying, things that are destructible, like the missiles, like I said.
Okay.
Also, your shot, the shot that I'm using with Lace, it shoots out in a kind of an interval, so there's some timing that you have to get used to with her in order to get your in order to avoid, some enemies that try to try to crash into you. You have to be careful with her shot, and that's why lots of the times using that bomb is really useful.
Okay. All right. Well, it sounds like a lot of the stuff will make a lot more sense if we have the replay going. So why don't we just get the replay going, and we'll kind of reiterate some of these things as we see them.
Oh
And,
yeah. I also wanted to
good.
mention that the extends are every 10 million, and
Mhm.
then
Okay.
you get to have 6 ships, and after that, if you get an extend, it's also worth a lot of points to pick up. Like there's extend items,
Mhm.
Okay.
there's also every 10 million extend, and then 3 other things. The ground items, there's a red ground rose which are worth 1,000,000 points, the blue ones which are worth 200,000 points, and then the yellow ones which are worth 500,000 points.
Oh, that's actually a lot. If those okay, those red ones are worth a lot.
Yeah.
All right.
Do
So
those raise rank a lot too, as well? When you
Say it
pick
again.
those up, do these raise rank?
Not noticeably.
Okay, great. Okay.
all right. So what we got? So what you're saying here is we got a lot of lives to work with in this mode.
Yeah.
Because this score that you get is 221 million. So that's like like 20 lives. So we're gonna see lots of points and probably lots of dying, I'd assume as well.
Right. It was the quickest 1 CC I've ever gotten. It
Oh,
literally
okay.
took a week, and that was it. And that's why I'm so excited about this game, because there's so much. It's so easy to clear, and there's so much potential to increase the score by
Oh.
getting more and more practice, and hopefully that will influence other people to try this game, because it seems to be more neglected than other cave games, in my opinion.
It really does. I think the infamous, difficulty of Pink Sweet's original, kind of dissuades people from playing like the other modes. So
Yeah,
play that
perhaps.
arrange mode.
So it sounds like this arrange mode. Yeah, very much so like a very scoring intensive mode. Is what it sounds like. But you can still clear it as well and probably have fun. But I think what it sounds like is the real potentials in the scoring,
Yeah.
and how much like it can differ depending on how attentive you are, I guess. So, all right, let's get into the replay. It's 50 minutes long, so it's a long one, and we'll have plenty to talk about and to explain as we have questions again as we go through this. So, all right, so I shall do a countdown, and we'll get this thing going. All right, it's gonna be 3, 2, 1, click. All right, 3, 2, 1, click. All right.
Right, so you have the Rose sisters from the previous game from Ibarra, and I choose Lace.
All right. So is she like a scoring character in this mode, like she is in the original?
Yeah, her and Mady Rose and Meaty Rose. I think
Really?
they're the best ones for scoring.
Okay.
Yeah. So right away, I just bomb to get the 64 multiplier up, and catch some of the aerial roses, which are worth 1,000 points. And right there, I bomb a tree that releases those birds, like in what is it?
Battle Garega.
Battle Garega, right?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see though.
Yeah. And because I bombed the missiles, I got the times 64 multiplier. You can see that got me around 2 million points each bomb, so that was pretty good.
So those look like rose crackers, but are those your B button bombs, or are you doing rose crackers there?
Oh, that's the B bomb.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, do you have it's like do you not shoot and charge up the rose cracker in this mode, or?
Oh yeah, I forgot to say that. You could do both. It charges as you're shooting. All right, right.
Okay.
Yeah, right there. I picked up a ground rose, and that was on that turret-looking enemy.
Yeah.
It's important not to destroy the enemy, or else it won't leave the rose. I intentionally left it weakened and then bombed it, and that's what left the ground rose on the floor.
Oh,
If it's
okay.
weakened and you bomb it, you're saying? Okay.
Yeah.
When you finish enemies with the bomb, like they'll leave grounds, right? Ground roses.
Exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
gotcha.
And then I got rid of the option first on the mid boss, so that gives you a little bit more points. And I already extended at the mid boss. If you notice, the score is already past 10 million.
So is the bomb count over that rose in the top left? Is that what the bomb count is, or?
That's the rose cracker count, right?
Oh, the rose cracker count. Okay.
Yeah.
But you're getting bombs all the time, right?
Basically. Yeah.
Okay. Let's just get that out of the way then.
Bomb.
So it's all about bombing in this mode,
And
which
here,
looks like a rose cracker. It's kind of confusing.
And here I'm taking apart the arms at times 64, so it was probably like 10,000 points times 64. So, and then it goes into the second phase, and here I bombed that to raise it to times 64, and it shows those it shoots out those missiles 3 times, and basically I want to be careful not to damage this boss too much, so that it goes through all 3 cycles, and I'll be able to destroy the boss at the same time that I have the 64 multiplier up, which I just did right there, and that got me to my second extend.
All right, so yeah, that was like 5 million points you just got there.
Yeah.
So we got someone Banana Matic asks, aren't there Hadou Guns in the range? And we haven't talked about the Hadou Guns yet.
Oh yeah, when I'm saying rose cracker, that's what I meant. Sorry.
Oh, you meant the Hadou Gun when you were referring to the rose cracker in this. Oh, okay.
Right.
That's when you hold down the B button. Okay, gotcha.
Sorry.
It's all right.
Okay, and here I didn't do it the best way, but there's an example of the blue 200,000 point ground item, and on this tower, again, if you don't destroy it all the way, it has a red rose, which was 100,000 points.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Maroon. Yeah, that was I think Maroon was the guy on YouTube who wanted to talk about this game with us today, but apparently he made it a bit late. Darn. Sorry.
Yeah, chime in when you can. You know.
Yeah,
chime
if you
in.
want to just add some things in the text, that'd be great.
Yeah. We'll refer to it as we go along.
Yeah, basically just trying to pick up the roses on the sides and keeping up that 1064. These enemies, they release missiles from the back and the laser from the front, so they're really good to
Those small ones, or the big ones here?
Yeah, these here.
Oh, okay.
You can milk the lasers, and then you can milk the missiles that comes from the back.
So it seems like with a lot of the stuff, like with the mid bosses and the bosses, you're pretty much milking them as much as possible.
Right. And I don't even do that good of a job as some people. I've seen some people really do every mid boss and every option on the mid boss. And
well, I'm a little surprised at how hectic the mode is compared to the original arcade. But it's just like.
But the thing is, you're properly powered for it.
Yeah.
Unlike the original, I think that you're a little bit underpowered in the original.
We're just using the bombs so often, which look like roast crackers. Yeah, so let us know when you use the Hadou Gun
Oh yeah.
next, so we can talk about that.
Yeah, if I use it now, I'll go with the options that I have on the side, shooting up to the side will disappear, so I don't want to do that.
Okay.
But I could suicide and try that, but I haven't experimented with if that gives me more points.
Okay.
In comparison.
All right.
Oh, and in that mid boss, he also fired these pink bullets that were not that go through the bomb. If you know how I have the bomb in front of me, it absorbs most of the bullets, but there are some bullets that don't get absorbed.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like the original. Like
yeah.
Spiky bullets that look like objects or like spikes or stuff like that are usually those ones.
Right.
Pestro asked, do you get X64 on the gold medals as well? But the Maroon said gold medals do not count with the multiplier.
The aerial the gold medals they do increase though if you use your Hadou Gun and at where and it attaches to if it destroys an enemy and then attaches to another enemy at the rose, it'll be 3,000 points for every rose that comes down. When it hits the stem or like the line that goes up to it, it's 2,000 points. But otherwise, it's 1,000 points.
Huh. That's the Hadou Gun you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah. There's some those little blue bullets. They're the ones that you want to destroy with a shot because they go through your bomb. The boss is throwing out these off its side some little options that shoot those blue bullets. It's hardly noticeable, but
all right.
I was not doing it anymore. Basically, I'm trying to time the release of that propeller with the lasers that he's shooting.
Is that because the lasers make a lot of metals, or?
Right.
Okay. All right.
See those options? They're shooting those blue bullets.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
And why do you want the blue bullets to be canceled again?
Oh well, I'm just saying that if I just stood there and it would go through my bomb shield.
Oh.
I have to shoot him to get rid of him.
Oh, right. Okay, gotcha. So yeah, Rose Cracker cancels 1,000 points. Hadou Gun Beam is 2,000. And Hadou Gun Contact said you have to. That's what you're referring to at the stem, I guess, was the 3,000 points. For the medals cancel. Okay. This is pretty weird, but kind of cool.
I like it weird. I like it real weird and strange.
Yeah. Also thinking about having. Oh, go ahead.
In this level, you get lots of opportunities to extend, and also this is the first place where you can pick up a 1-up item, and you do it by getting rid of the tires of a tank that rolls by.
Yeah.
And the other tank crashes into it.
Yeah.
Similar to like Battle Garega, we have to do that as well. And when you hover over those tanks, they also give you the 200,000 points for each corner, and then when you destroy them, they have the 200,000 the blue roses underneath as well.
That's if you're hovering over them, or is that just how?
Well, you could just destroy them and get the roses underneath them, but if you're hovering over them, you get points as well.
Okay, yeah, I did see the 200,000 pop up there.
So right there you see the 1-up item, and it's worth a good amount of points if you're already fully stocked.
So yeah, Brooke asks in the chat here: do the bullets you can absorb pose a threat to you when they come at an angle? So what to follow that up, I guess I kind of wonder when are you when do you die most in this mode? Like, is it from like things that just slip through, or is it like, is it pretty easy to stay alive? Like, what's the threat?
Right, basically, what you're seeing is me being in the most optimal positions not to get hit at the angles that are the most the best to be in to not get hit. Yeah, like even right now you see that those, if I were trying to get the other options, to get rid of the other options, those green bullets could actually come at an angle that would hit me.
And the rose hips do protect you from bullets as well.
Yes, they do. They do, yeah.
Which are your options?
Right.
Just clarify there again. Right.
Can I get a quick timestamp?
13, 30, 31, 32.
Okay,
3.
cool. Thanks. Oh, you just finished the boss. Sweet.
Just starting the boss.
Starting boss. Oh, no. Okay, gotcha. I stand corrected. So you still got that 64 up. That's the key.
So yeah.
Sorry, I was watching the Twitch. I just noticed it was delayed.
Yeah. But yeah, feel free to flip forth and back.
Yeah, you're gonna want to watch the YouTube video.
Bomba.
So on this boss, I'm releasing the bomb to keep it at 64, and then you could release a rose cracker on one of the
Hadou Gun you're referring to, though.
Yeah, the Hadou Gun on one of the options, but I don't think it's worth it because they fall off right away. But
sure.
When you have enemies that are shooting lasers, they do drop a lot of the items, as you can see, the aerial roses.
Yeah.
And there I died because I died because I didn't see one of the
spikes.
The spikes, yeah.
Things,
the spikes that were coming down because they were obscured by the metals. Is that why?
Yeah, by my own bomb, actually.
Okay. All right. Cool. Well, not that you died, but thanks for the explanation. Okay.
So, in general, in Pink Sweets, they're destructible bullets you can't destroy, and then the rest are ones that you can absorb with your shield. So that's pretty much applying to the Pink Sweets range as well. Yeah. Just as a reference there, rule of reference there. It's actually a pretty important part about Pink Sweets to remember. Alright, so moving on.
Yeah, here I'm gonna try to keep those those turret enemies and try to get as many of those red roses as I can.
Were you Hadou Gun because they're shooting lasers and again creates more items?
Yeah.
You didn't Hadou Gun there though.
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's just the regular bomb.
Are you suiciding now, or?
anywhere during this stage, it's okay to dive because to get your Hadou Gun up to 4.
Ah, okay, okay. So you're suiciding to get that. Okay.
Well, I didn't suicide. I just died though.
Yeah,
It
he's
was a
just
bad
dying.
time. Yeah.
Okay.
And this mid boss, you want to move it to make it move to the left, and you can get rid of its options with your options.
With the rose hips, right?
Yeah, roasted.
I like hips, all kinds of hips.
Yeah, he gets mad at you once you destroy a bunch of those.
Yep.
There you go. Roar.
Yeah, for another episode, we'll do regular pink sweets at some point. But
Yeah, guys, come on. We need a Western 1cc. Without the infinite life trick, maybe.
dang, that was a lot of cancels.
Oh,
That was beefy.
speaking of beef, I made a brisket, and it's in the cooler right now.
Nice.
Schmucks and barbecue, they go well together.
Bet they do.
Yeah.
So, anything special you're doing here? Just killing
No,
the dudes, or
Just getting rid of them.
all right, just killing them.
And here's another wave of those turret bosses. But it's harder because you have those guys off on the side shooting those,
Yeah, that
those
was
stars
rough.
at you, which are not destructible.
Yeah, in the original mode, I usually don't like to attack those guys that shoot the green because it just gets insane. And they even killed you here too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the main difference is like there's not as large of a repercussion for using your bomb or rose cracker.
Right, because you
in
can
this
still
case.
shoot.
Because it
And-
doesn't raise the rank as much too. If you use the rose cracker or the bomb
Oh.
we've been referring to in the original, it raises rank a lot.
Yeah.
So you can't really. I mean, you can use it like all the time if you really wanted, but like this stage, like if you get to this stage in the original, the difficulty catches up with you.
Yeah, and you can see by my bar, it's super low, especially since I died.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we have it captured on the stream, but there's like a rank bar that this game has. It's really low right now, though. It would be a lot higher if this was the original mode. It would probably be almost halfway.
I think I only get to halfway at the very final
Oh, okay.
boss. Yeah.
Alright, so it's the boss here. I assume you're going to use the Hadou Gun at some point here on the boss.
Actually, I don't need to because
Oh.
you can just milk it for those the aerial roses, like when it fires those lasers. And it's such a short duration that you don't want to waste a cracker for that.
Yeah.
Or Hadou Gun.
Hadou Gun, yeah. Let's refer to the Hadou Gun as the Hadou Gun and the Rose Crackers as the Rose Cracker from now on.
Hadou Gun! Look at all that milk and sweet, sweet milk.
Got them spatulas that I
Yeah.
always think of.
It's fabulous. I love it how these robots like resemble like those old school wind-up toys. You know, I get that real from the 20s, you know, or 10s and 50s.
Yeah, they kind of do.
Yeah,
Weird.
really a lot of cool stuff in this game.
Oh yeah, just getting them points. How much do you get from each time you do this? Like a couple million,
Uh,
or maybe
like half a million.
like 1.5 million. Oh,
Wow.
man. That's a little bit.
That's a little bit of points.
It's adding up.
Oh, get on those. Chompy, chomp, chomp.
It's adding up. So do the bosses time out eventually in this mode as well?
Oh yeah, they retreat.
Yeah, yeah. Takes quite a while for them to do that though.
Yeah.
And you want to kill them though, right? Because then you get quite a bit of points,
Yeah, definitely.
I'd assume.
My next step is to try to see how long each boss holds out.
I see.
Yeah.
It's quite a while. Just remembering from the original game. All right, stage 5. Got more stages to go. Halfway through the replay.
Yeah, and this is like the train stage, similar to Bara.
The stage is nuts. In the original game.
Yeah.
It's probably nuts here too, though.
Yeah, it introduces the lasers that home on you,
Yeah.
which are these green bluish ones,
Yeah.
and also these thick red lasers as well.
Right.
Those when I went over the rock, there were these two enemies that got destroyed.
Right.
If you
They are
destroy
again.
all of them, you at the last one that you destroy drops a 1-up item.
Yeah.
And right there, I got
Okay, you died, yeah.
yeah, I got hit. You can get right in the middle of that and avoid it, but I didn't.
Yeah, surprisingly, there is a way to like get through this safely, but you need practice. It's so ridiculous in the original.
Well, yeah, there's the first time I released a rose cracker because I don't want to
Okay, the Hadou
deal
Gun.
with this guy. And actually, where the flower of the Hadou Gun got attached to one of the options of the
Yeah, it was like circling around there.
yeah, so it didn't last very long.
Oh, because the options went away. Yeah, so that kind of sucked.
But it's okay because the mid bosses they don't last really long. I
Yeah.
just wanted to get rid of that guy because he gives me lots of trouble.
Yeah. He is a tough one.
Oh, you notice that there's there's those 8 little pods. Each of those, when you destroy it, has a red
I see.
red rose, which are worth 1 million. So
Yeah, those roses are worth a lot, so that's definitely
Yeah.
something to remember about the mode. Unlike the original, where they're worth like chump change.
Yeah.
And so you actually got the one up there. It's the lipstick icon that's on the right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tricky thing about this section too is like that last train that you destroyed on the right. Like they have flamethrowers, and you can't like do anything about. Well, you can rose cracker the flames, but other than that, I mean, you can't really do anything else about the flames.
Yeah,
sometimes
it's hard to
hit ya.
see. It's hard to see with all everything that's going on.
Yeah.
Now I think this is the hardest boss. In the
So there's the
entire game.
Hadou Gun. It's
Yeah.
attached, and you're just getting lots of medals here.
So if you don't use that's why I saved the Hadou Guns, because if you don't use it, it gets really hard because she starts firing
Right.
lasers that home on you.
Right.
Yeah. So I just fire the.
Yeah, that pattern's like super difficult to dodge. Another Hadou Gun. Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it's good because it's saving your ass, and then plus you gain all these medals from the lasers. That's a lot of medals. You seem to have gotten about like 10 million points so far just from fighting him.
Yeah.
And another Hadou Gun, because every time you die, you get a new Hadou Gun.
Basically, yeah.
Just brawling with this boss. It's funny. Like you're dying occasionally, and then you're just kicking its ass with the Rose Cracker. I mean the Hadou Gun.
That's the part I hate the most about this boss is when it throws out that spike with the bullets coming out, because
Yeah.
it homes on you.
Yeah, got you from the side there. Still got your lives. So it seems like like this mode, like it's okay to, it's definitely not that bad to die. Like it's just really about optimizing your score.
Yeah.
Because it's like when you do die, you get the Hadou Gun, so it's like that's a really great trade-off. And yeah, there is a trick to like get an infinite Hadou Gun, but I don't know. Maybe we'll talk about that a little bit later or at some point, but depending on if there's anything going on here.
I don't personally use the infinite Hadou Gun trick, but you can use it, and usually in score attack.
Oh, it's better for score attack, which is
Yeah.
just one stage, by the way, in this game.
Yeah, it's this stage.
It's this stage, yeah. And this stage is long. If I got here in an original run in Pink Sweets, I'd be like losing my shit.
In original Pink Sweets, this is as far as I've gotten as well.
You got here? Oh man, that's impressive.
Yeah, but that's it.
In the original game, like you're like switching your options so they shoot like backwards, and it's just crazy.
Yeah. I gave up and decided, let's look at a range, and I ended up liking it.
That's when you started playing a range, huh?
Yeah.
It's basically one of those moments in shmup where it's like, you got this far, well, now deal with this, motherfucker. Oh, Maruun is saying, not sure if the Hadou Gun's like a glitch, just because there's an achievement related to it, apparently. It's pretty interesting, because the way you trigger it is you basically, like, you use the Hadou Gun right as you're dying, or something like that.
Oh.
It's from what I've heard. That's kind of what you do. Or like right as one of the Hadou Gun's ending is like you die. I don't know. I don't get it, but something like that.
This mid boss is easy. Just stay in the middle and in the back, and bomb for some aerial medals.
Yeah. Xbox.
Sorry.
That's yep. Xbox.
I think I went to the bathroom at that point.
Alright, we got there we go. Went over Storm Cloud.
Yeah.
So say that. Jeez. Just enemies everywhere.
Here I could have let those guys release some more missiles, but that's something I'll work on later.
I see. Yeah, like you said, yeah, you only played this for like a week, huh?
Right.
And this is kind of what you learned. So by no means we're looking at like a super play or anything. We're just kind of looking at how the mode is played and that type of thing. So.
And on these guys, there's a sweet spot where you could stay. It's like in the middle of the right side of the screen.
So Maroon mentioned one thing we should notice is that different enemies give different points depending on what you shoot them with. Is that like a? Do you know if that's like a big difference? Sometimes, or
I didn't notice a big difference, but there may be. I just know that if I'm hitting them with times 64, whatever their base value is, whether it's 100, 500, that's going to be multiplied times 64. So that's
I guess if you have the correct if you have the correct shot plus this X64, it's probably going to be worth quite a bit more.
Right.
I'd imagine. But most of the points you're getting those from the medals with the rose crackers. So it says Maroon says it's mostly ground enemies give you twice as many points from shooting with rose hips or rose cracker. Okay, so that's kind of irrelevant at this section because these are all air enemies right now, and you're just using the rose crackers.
Yeah, trying to keep it at times 64 as much as possible, basically.
Yeah. So your score has been getting up there now, now at 173 million.
Okay, and then on this mid boss, I let him time out because I don't know how to beat it.
I see.
I keep firing and firing, and maybe someone in the chat could tell me how do you get rid of this guy?
Wow.
So he does those. He throws out those like volcanic balls and then those missiles, and he keeps doing that, and then he has this other the purple shot that he does. It's like a wide shot, and he does all those three things at once, and then gets off the screen at the end. So
right.
If there's any way to shorten that, I'd like to know, because it does. This part does raise my rank a little bit.
Sure. Okay, so the Maroon is saying that the point thing from the base value of the enemies is not really doesn't really matter that much. I think it's what he said in this mode. It kind of helps in the original.
So he's also saying that I should Hadou Gun him at a certain point, but what's that point? You know, when is that point?
I think I watched Trap, like doing the infinite Hadou Gun on this guy or something at one point. And I was just like, oh, what am I watching?
I love those seeking blue lasers. They're just like, you kind of just like, all right.
So like, I was just gonna say one thing I noticed that's a big difference from the original game is that you can shoot your main shot while charging up a rose cracker, and then you use it with the B button. Because in the original game you have to not shoot, and then that's how you charge your rose cracker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's basically why their range mode you're able to survive a lot easier. Because you're dealing the sick damage with Lace's laser, which does insane damage, by the way. Plus, you get to use the benefit of the rose cracker.
Yeah, and it doesn't raise rank as much, which is
Right.
Yeah. So
because it's an interval shot.
Yeah.
Now this part right here is probably the most nerve-wracking for me because you're getting shot with the lasers, and the snakes are coming, and they usually ram into me, but somehow I managed
jeez.
Wow.
to get through it without even dying once.
Congratulations. Wow, this is hairy. They move much faster than the ones in like Mushihime-sama, you know, those.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Snakes. Snakes!
Flying snakes.
Flying snakes, yeah. So I also wanted to mention, Aleksei, if anyone could speak to why, you know, Abara being so hard as it was, and they came out with a black label, why they didn't tune Pink Sweets as much, given kind of Yagawa's history. Do you have any like philosophical thoughts on that, or?
Well, I know I was able to clear black label Ibarra, but not regular Ibarra. So it seems to be a trend that they try to make it a little more bearable the second time.
Yeah. Ugh. These games are notoriously brutal. Yagawa just does not let up. Or maybe it's just a matter of us like knowing how to play Abara or Pink Sweet's original. Maybe, you know.
Yeah, the mid boss finally went away.
In the years to come.
It seems like this version was kind of influenced by the way that you should play Ibarra. By like, you really need to bomb a lot in Ibarra, I noticed, and here you're bombing a lot. So.
Oh, cool. So this kind of feels like a more complete, I guess, a range mode, right? Than would you say?
Yeah, I think so.
Rather than like an afterthought for some other ones, you know? Because this seems like it ranks right up there with, let's say, you know, Esquiluda's arrange mode, which is really well put together as well.
Here I use the Rose Crackers because her shot is not consistent, so I usually get hit by those rockets that are coming from all sides.
No doubt.
Okay, so you provide a kind of shield against those popcorn enemies. Okay.
Yeah.
So much stuff.
So I got rid of all my Hadou Guns, so now I just have a forward shot. And I think if I had one left, it would have been nice, or I should have suicided, because there are missiles and stuff that get thrown out that will help you accumulate more points with a, you know, at least the ×2 multiplier.
So you wanted that extra one in order to keep your multiplier up and clear enemies?
Yeah, because this boss does leave, like you see single missiles coming out, and later on you'll see how there's a bunch of missiles coming out, and I think the best way to clear this boss is by, I think there is the opportunity to clear it at ×64, but I didn't do that, but I'm going to work on that.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Marurun's, you know, giving a lot of comments in the chat, so basically it says when you score really high and you die, your rank basically just goes down, so it's okay.
Yeah. I kind of like in this range mode too, because since you have the you know, the constantly recharging Rose Cracker, and it's also protecting you right after you put a bomb out. Like you can kind of really get a feel for when those the bullets are that you can't destroy, and like certain weird stuff like that. Like you kind of really get an idea of what the big threats are. I'm kind of liking that little aspect of it right now. I mean,
Hey guys, sorry to bail, but I got to get to this barbecue with my brisket and chickens and beer kegs.
all right, man. Sounds good. Well,
Yeah.
thanks for coming on for a bit. And
Yeah, thanks. Hey, and also thanks for commenting, guys. Thanks for coming in. Great replay.
All right, later for now.
Thank you. Yeah, this is the spot I was talking about. See, it says time 64, and if I was able to get rid of him right here, that would probably be the optimal.
Okay, so now you're getting a lot of points here. You got like 3 million points there or something. So the gold medals are worth not that much.
Yeah, 1,000.
But when you kill a boss worth 100,000 x64, then you get a lot of points.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are seeing a lot of the points coming from those boss kills then. It sounds like.
Yeah, like if you remember the way I did the stage 1 boss, that's what I'm trying to aim for every boss in the future, you know?
Okay. I see. So that's a lot of points then for the correct boss kills. Definitely something to keep in mind if you're going to play this game.
And on this stage, even the smallest enemies, they start shooting at strange angles, so, and much quicker. Obviously, the rank bar is now halfway, so it should be a little more difficult.
Yeah, freaking Lego, man.
I never noticed that until now.
Really?
Yeah.
There's just too much crap going on the screen. You can't even look at the backgrounds.
Yeah.
Another game that had a kind of Lego area was Orodyne. Check that. It was on the show back in episode 10. Last stage just has like the Legos and crap. What's with the last stages being Legos and not like the earlier ones?
I think they're back in the Rose Garden, like back where you started.
Oh.
So that might be like one of their where they make robots or something.
Oh. Gotta put the Lego pieces together.
Oh, I also forgot to mention the whole point of the sisters from the last game being playable now is because they're trying to rescue Teresa, which was the main enemy in Ibarra. But now she's being imprisoned somewhere, and you need to go rescue her. And the final boss, Big Burn, he's I don't know. I guess he's her sugar daddy or something. I don't know.
I think he was in love with Teresa and he kidnapped her. Wasn't that it?
Yeah, I think so. Because he yells like Teresa at the very end. So.
But yeah. And then of course, yeah, like the Rose sisters, which are the playable characters in this game, were bosses in Ibarra.
Right.
So they Cave kind of like flipped it all upside down, and they made this game kind of like at the Pink Sweets theme. Everything is supposed to be like candy and stuff like that. All the enemy names, the official enemy names, are like hot cross buns and crap like that.
Oh yeah, the first enemy is caramel and maple
like,
pink.
Yeah, like wiener roll up and things like that.
This game is so like, you know, some people will say girly, but at the same time I think it should encourage more female, you know, shmup players, if there are any out there.
Well, yeah, we were talking about that a little bit on the Cute 'em Up episode last week, which kind of works out because this is pretty much a Cute 'em Up by Cave. This is as close as it gets to 1. And
So the girls aren't just
cool.
cute; they're hot. It's a hot 'em up.
Hot 'em up. That's a new one.
All right, final boss. I released the Rose Cracker but missed. I wish it had landed on him so that laser would have given me more aerial points.
So, is Mr. Burn in there? Or whatever?
Big Burn, yeah.
Is he in there?
He's inside of the
All
top
right.
part, where the
So
propeller.
Yeah, last boss here.
It'll
Couple
detach.
minutes left.
He also throws a Hadou Gun at you, but you don't see that in this replay.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. Bomba. Lace is so cool. Bomba.
I
Yeah,
think
then
she's the oldest sister. She's the mature one.
Yeah. So yeah, now he pops out of the robot and just is a real asshole for the very end.
Missiles everywhere.
Looked like they were going through you for a sec.
Yeah, and I did die.
Yeah, Maroon keeps on commenting that you got the rank pretty high compared to his runs. He's like, these patterns are crazy. So you're actually kind of cutting it close here. You only got 2 lives.
Yeah, the way I think about it is that I have 2 Hadou Guns left.
Oh sure.
Yeah,
Right.
because that pretty much guarantees that you have a safe spot on the stem. You know.
Yeah. So there's death and you had Dogun him here.
Yeah,
Nice.
because those lasers are crazy.
Just got it with that. Alright. Well, good job on that.
Thank you.
And yeah, thanks for re-recording this footage. Yeah, you actually went and bought a new capture card and everything. Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks. It looks good, so. Are you happy with your purchase?
I am.
Alright, good. Alright, yeah, so that was Pink Sweets Arrange. I think it definitely kind of got the feeling that, you know, it's a very kind of laid back version of Pink Sweets, but at the same time, it's very, very, very score intensive. What with you know, being able to stay protected most of the time because you can shoot and charge the Rose Cracker at the same time, and because you get extend so often, you can use the Hadou Gun pretty much at various places, whether it's on like a mid boss or a boss, or just to save yourself. So it seems like you get like a lot of resources at your disposal, just to try to like maximize the score potential. So it seems like it's a pretty fun mode just to play around with.
Yeah.
Kind of, I definitely got that impression from it. I think that's probably why people enjoy it too, because it's like it's not so much about you know, maybe not so much about the 1cc, but you can still play it like that. But with all the extra lives you're getting, like you really feel like the scoring aspect of it is probably the fun part of the whole experience, as it looks like.
It's definitely more rewarding to score in this mode, I think, than in the original, because of
Yeah.
how low even the ground items, they're just like 100 or 500 points. But even here, if you destroy one enemy that's only worth 100 points, if you have that 64 times
Yeah.
multiplier, and that's already
Yeah,
400.
there's no multiplier in the original game. The original game, it's more so a survival affair than it is a scoring game, in my opinion. Because it's just so crazy. It just gets so crazy. But yeah, I think that was pretty cool. So anything we missed talking about?
Yeah, I missed talking about the towards the end of I think it was stage 7, the last stage. There were more tanks, and I haven't figured out how to get rid of the tires to make the other one crash into it to release another one up. Supposedly,
Oh right.
you could do that with 2 of the tanks, since 3 tanks are going vertically, but I still haven't figured that out.
Hmm.
But
Okay.
I mean, you really don't need it with all the extends you get.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, right. It's probably more important in the one player game. I mean, not the one player, the original mode. One
Right.
player.
Oh,
Yeah.
speaking of that, uh, I think it's a really fun 2-player game because you could get, you know, someone that doesn't know anything about shmups, and you could pretty much take charge and drag them along for the ride, basically.
Right.
And and if um, and if you die, then you still have the lives of the other player that could keep going. So
Hmm.
it just makes the game that much more conquerable and less intimidating,
Yeah, sure. I mean, definitely if you had this like your just random friend or whatever, like, hey, let's play this game, and then they just be like, holy shit. Just just because they probably never saw like bullets get canceled that much or don't know what the hell's going on. But as long as you know the basic things, the rose cracker and stuff like that, I think yeah, anyone could probably have fun playing this game. Just like because it just with all the medals, it's just like it's so gratifying looking the gameplay, which
and
which
with
tends to
all
be the
the
trend with the cave really intensive cave scoring games.
and with all the pink, it seems like a girly game. You might even get a date
Yeah,
in this
yeah.
game.
Have the girlfriend have your date play it. Sure. All right, yeah. So,
I couldn't get I couldn't get my girlfriend to play it though.
right.
She
Well,
said too much stuff going on.
yeah. That tends to be the initial problem for some people. It's like, what am I looking at? Like that type of thing.
Right.
But I think we kind of know what we were looking at checking out this game in the episode now. So hopefully people, yeah, will try out some Pink Sweets Arranged. I know I kind of want to try it out now. I really haven't played it much myself. I kind of played, I mostly played the original mode um, a bit, and
Yeah,
that was pretty fun.
I spend more hours on the original mode, but
Really,
yeah, but this is so much more satisfying to me.
I see. Cool, cool. So you definitely have options there, and of course, this game is it's part of the compilation that Cave did, Moochie Moochie Pork and Pink Sweets. So not only do you get Pink Sweets, regular, you get the range mode Pink Sweets, then you also have Pink Sweets 1.0 and then 1.01 for the original, and then Moochie Moochie Pork has like 3 different modes, Hara Hara mode, some other mode. Then I think it has its own like arrange mode too. I don't
Yeah,
know about
so
that.
10 games are in one.
It's like a lot of content, and that's also like it's also like a platinum release, so it's only $40 USD. So I'll provide a link for that PlayAsia affiliate link in the YouTube description if you want to pick up the game and support the show. It gets me like a couple bucks if someone uses the referral link, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, so I think that's gonna do it for the episode for before we get this too long. But yeah, it felt like we really got to check out Pink Sweet's range, and hopefully the people are kind of educated a bit on this one, and we'll want to try it out. Yeah, thanks,
All right.
Aleksei.
No problem.
And
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, indeed, it was pretty good. And yeah, thanks to Mara Rune as well. I know he was the guy from YouTube who PM'd me, wanted to comment on the episode, but it was kind of a little bit of a short notice. But he was able to provide some good info in the chat room. So if you're watching the episode, if maybe you weren't paying too much attention to the chat, recheck the chat because I think he gave some good info throughout the episode. And thank you, Soda, for coming back and doing an episode streaming for us.
Happy being here.
If he's there. Yeah. So it'll be nice. It'll be nice pink high HD pink quality. So yeah. All right. Thanks, everyone.